What movie was so funny you laughed out loud in the theater? I was 12 when Austin Powers came out and my dad took me. Talk about the sweet spot. My humor perfectly aligned with that movie's humor at that age. I remember laughing like a mad person. When I first saw the Goldmember scene with the doctor's screen and it looks like he's giving birth, I cried so hard and it perfectly hit my humor age 12. Yeah, those movies utilized angle and perspective-based humor excellently. I think the scene that young me lost it to the most was when they were backlit in the tent in the second movie. And what it looked like from the soldiers' perspectives. Evacuation complex. Evacuation complet. Evacuation C. Dude. I was dying. Before the jokes were told so often everyone got sick of it. Borat was regarded as a genuinely funny movie. I've never seen a theater explode in laughter as many times in one movie. And I was one of the people laughing. The naked dildo fight was warped and hilarious. I was laughing so hard I couldn't breathe. That movie is still so fucking funny, dude. Some of the best scenes for me. When Borat asks how much the dog costs, it's a tortoise. When Borat is at the garage sale and tries to collect tears from the lady. The scene where they're in the house owned by the Jewish couple. And they see the roaches and Borat exclaims that they have shifted shape. When Borat thinks the retired guy said he was retarded. And goes on about his retarded brother. Bilo. Same. Most laughter and shock I've ever seen from an audience. What we do in the shadows. I think we drink virgin blood because it sounds cool. I think of it like this. If you're going to eat a sandwich, you would just enjoy it more if you knew no one had fucked it. Leave me to do my dark bidding on the internet. Just leave me to do my dark bidding on the internet. What are you bidding on? I'm bidding on a table. We can look at her photos. We can poke her. Yes. Is Peter coming? Should we wait? Peter is 8,000 years old. We're not going to have Peter at the meeting. I thought that movie would be a tough act to follow. But the FX series is hilarious. Superbad. There was a solid 15 to 20 seconds of theater-wide laughter after Jonah Hill's response to the back-scratching line. I had to do a rewatch just to find out how the conversation ended. The scene about Dick drawing and him eating the paper had me dying. Well, Jules, the funny thing about my back is it's located on my cock. I am truly jealous you got to suck on those tits when you were a baby. Yeah, well, at least you got to suck on your dad's dick. I loved seeing this in the theater. Funny movie. The first Zombieland. When Bill Murray apologizes for Garfield. I laughed out loud and no one else in the theater laughed. This happens to me with a lot of movies. My favorite movie that this happened to me in was Deadpool 2 when Juggernaut says that Professor Xavier is in a wheelchair so they are even Steven. The Naked Gun from the Files of Police Squad. I couldn't stop laughing at this movie. I'm a person who doesn't have uncontrollable laughter very often, but this was one of the times. Such a classic. I still watch it at least once every year. And it never gets old. The scene where he forgets to take off his mic before going to the bathroom had me in tears the first time I saw it. 22 Jump Street. The My Name Jeff part still gets me. The Captain's Daughter. I think everyone damn near shit themselves. You high fived him. You bragged to his face. Ice Cube's freak out at the lunch scene got the hardest laugh right behind the captain's daughter scene. One of my favorite jokes from the first one. Gangster, I don't like new people. Dave Franco, well that's a bad attitude to have. How do you expect to make any friends that way? Hey, stop fucking with Korean Jesus. He ain't got time for your problems. He's busy with Korean shit. Airplane. I even named my dog Shirley. Shirley, you can't be serious. Galaxy Quest. By Grabthar's Hammer, what a savings. Let's get out of here before one of those things kills Guy. The absolutely dead look on Alan Rickman really sold the line. You can see his soul getting sucked out when he said that at the not Best Buy. Can you form some sort of rudimentary lathe? It's a rock, it doesn't have any vulnerable spots. Anchorman. 60% of the time. It works every time. I saw a tweet recently that said before memes. We just had guys sitting in circles loudly quoting Anchorman at each other. The 21 Jump Street remake. Especially when Tatum and Hill were tripping out and the teacher was talking with them. It's the captain's daughter scene in 22 Jump Street that absolutely destroyed me. Wayne's World. It still gets a few chuckles, but the first time I saw it in the theater I thought it was great. The guy next to us had his head in his lap laughing so hard at Wayne prancing around in his underwear. Camera 1, Camera 2 scene. I love the scene when Wayne and Garth are on the hood of his car under the plane's landing and Garth asks Wayne if he ever thought Bugs Bunny was attractive when he dressed like a girl bunny. Wayne's laugh seems so genuine to me in that scene. Opening night for the South Park Bigger Longer Uncut. I vividly remember looking around the packed theater and collectively losing our minds with laughter when they started singing Uncle Fucker. The only time in my life that I have seen an entire packed audience all crying with laughter. Absolutely hilarious. Good choice. The Lego Movie. I went with friends. Was kinda indifferent about seeing it and had low expectations. But ended up in tears from laughing so hard. Didn't see the OG Lego Movie in theaters, but I did see Lego Batman. And it was hysterical. I'm so glad my friend and I had the place to ourselves. The Emperor's New Groove has me peeing my pants every time I watch it. It never gets old. Devil, reason number 2, look what I can do. Asterisk proceeds to handstand asterisk. Kronk, what does that have to do with anything? Angel, no. He's got a point. Bridesmaids. My wife dragged me along. I still quote it all the time. Asterisk help me. I'm poor, asterisk. The flawlessly executed J-turn when trying to get Chris O'Dowd to pay attention slays me. The Other Guys. Dirty Mike and the Boys. Who did this to you? Gators bitches better be wearing jimmies. Tropic Thunder. Everything RDJ did in that movie was laugh out loud funny. Not in the cinema. But Rat Race, I have to pause it to catch my breath cause I am laughing so hard. This has happened a few times. The scene with John Lovitz in Hitler's car was hysterical. I was laughing so hard I had tears in my eyes. Never laughed like that at the theater since. Of course. It was probably because I was 12 at the time. But still. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Brave Sir Robin. Team America World Police. One of my best theater experiences. Everyone was dying laughing at the sex scene. Game night. Extremely underrated. I couldn't stop laughing. How can that be profitable for Frito-Lay? Has the perfect delivery. Thor Ragnarok. Just. Everything in that movie was comedy gold. Just the part when Loki sees Hulk for the first time. There was one time when we were children. He transformed himself into a snake. And he knows that I love snakes. So, I went to pick up the snake to admire it, and he transformed back into himself and he was like, "Yeah, it's me," and then he stabbed me. We were 8 at the time. Hot Rod. No questions asked. Those who watched know how hilarious it is from the start to the end. My name is Dave. And I like to party. I laughed so hard at Step Brothers my face hurt the next day. My wife hated Will Ferrell for some unknown reason, until I finally got her to sit down and watch Step Brothers. Why are you all sweaty? I was watching Cops. Blazing Saddles. Hashtag where all the white women at. When Titanic first came out, I fell asleep and woke up at this part. The scene from Titanic when the boat is ass-end in the air and people are dying. A guy falls off the edge and hits the propeller. It makes the B-wong sound. And he tumbles over and over top his death. My girlfriend at the time was hitting me to stop laughing, but I couldn't. I was literally crying. I was laughing so hard. What made it better? The guy behind me starts laughing. Then a few more. And then more. Basically the dudes started laughing, which made it funnier. Girlfriend was not happy that night because I embarrassed her. Not a fan of the movie. But that part gets me every time. Dude, my stepsister and I would watch Titanic a lot when I was over at my dad's house. And we'd keep replaying that scene over and over cause it was just so funny. XD, I mean realistically it's a horrible way to go, but we just couldn't help ourselves.